That's right, folks. If you're now joining us, this is the Trend Radio Show. We have Chardonnay, you have in front of yours Trend Radio Show. And tonight we got a special guest in the building. Now, where we start, he goes by the name of Leejo. Good night, Leejo. What's going on, my brother?
I'm real glad you get my name right, man.
I wonder why you say so, but yeah.
Everything blessed, man.
No, I want to know exactly where you got the name Leejo from. Tell us the platform for that.
You do not want to know.
I get straight in.
Alright, yo, when I was in first form at Convermere,
Carmere.
One of my boys saw this chick named Callie Jo on Court TV.
Oh.
She was a victim of, I don't know if I can say this on radio.
What's it called? Oh, okay.
Like,
yeah.
I can say that?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, yeah, she was a victim of rape.
Oh.
Yeah, so he came to school and started calling me Callie Jo. Then the whole school started calling me Callie Jo. But it was a lot to say. Mm-hmm. So eventually people started shortening it to Leejo.
So that's why you got the name Leejo.
Yep.
So exactly, I want to know exactly what led you to the path of music. Because you could have chosen any other career, but you choose music. Why?
It's actually funny because I was terrible at it at first.
Was what?
Terrible at it. But it was like different stages because I never had confidence in my own vocals. So I started out mixing and mastering other people's vocals from like 12 years old. I got lucky. My stepfather, I told him I wanted to do music. He bought me some stuff or whatever, a mixer, speakers, blah blah blah, mic, and I just started. Then I think appreciate that, man. 5-6 years ago, I started to make beats, and then a year ago, I started to rap and sing.
So many things this man has his hand in. No, I want to know exactly what are some of the challenges you face coming up in the game.
If I can even, I mean, I just dropped one song, so I don't even think I could say that I'm in the game yet. But I could tell you the challenges that I faced before all that. What really made me learn how to mix and master from so long is because I called a particular studio, I'm not gonna name drop, and they charged me at 13 years old, they charged me $1,500 for one song, and I was like, nah.
Yeah, too much
standard. That's a standard.
I don't care if it's a standard. You ain't booked to charge me that.
I see, he's a realist right now.
So you, from there, you knew that you had to learn to do this.
Yeah, I really had to learn how to. Not even just produce, because I didn't want to beat. I just wanted to literally go and record a song and have it mixed and mastered, which they will not let the public know. Literally takes no time at all if you know how to do it properly. If you don't know how to do it properly, then it takes you a long time.
Not everyone is, musically inclined, so that means that it has to be a skill that is in you first thing first.
What I would say, what I've really encountered when it comes to mixing and mastering, a big gap in skill set boils down to whether you actually know music or not, because a lot of people just try to clean up the vocal, but they don't realize that a big part of the song comes from getting the artist to actually hit the right notes, not just hit the right notes, but tightly hit the right notes.
I agree with that.
And then whether you know how to go in and correct any mistakes or not is a big part of it as well. So I'd say that is probably the biggest skill that you would need.
You need to have a good ear. So that means
definitely. I have a ridiculously good ear. You could go all the way down your bottom and I get and I would still hear you.
You got an amazing ear. yeah, Chardonnay.
My girlfriends do not like that.
Your girlfriends? You said?
I don't currently have girlfriends.
I try to get the S right, so that way I gotta play the A.
People that I have made my girlfriend.
I hope that when you go home that you don't get nobody. In fact, you would hear them first.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good, man. It's all good.
I hope the man girl don't get jealous, but that's what I'm saying. No, I gotta ask you this question. You're doing so many things in the music industry right now. How do you manage to devote yourself to all these different things? Now, I know you're a producer, I know you're a singer, you're a songwriter.
We ain't even scratched the surface of the things that I do.
Jesus.
We've not even scratched the surface.
Well, enlighten us.
First of all, I have a company called Leejo Productions.
Wow, that's amazing.
which is a beat store. It's an instrumental store, but not just for myself. I've also opened it up to other producers as well. I have producers signed from England as well that sell their beats through the site. It's also a hub for photographers to advertise their content and generate bookings and funnel them through the site as well.
Sounds good.
Currently, I've signed one photographer who I'm personally managing onto the site, and there's also a section for videographers as well.
So everything at you is just one stop, one shop.
Yeah, and
I
there's
can ask one thing.
what?
Do you produce soca?
Oh, you just had to get that plug. You just had to. I understand.
I just have to put it in there. 'Cause you know it's Barbados,
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
Caribbean. Soca is a big part of us.
Are you a soca artist? You know? Yeah.
Yeah. So I always gotta ask this question.
Yeah. I do, to be honest. The only thing is when I decide to get in, because I've been very busy. So when I decide to get involved publicly, but I have started to make soca beats.
My God, it's handling a lot of things.
That's for all you soca artists out there who's listening.
I heard you mention to me. I don't know if you want to public, but I heard you mention to me you have so many businesses.
Oh yeah, there's more stuff going on with me.
It's like photography, so
No,
it's
outside of that.
photography, so artists can come to you, they can get beats from you, they can produce with you, and still yet they can do video with you, and then when they want to like send out a bio, they can take photos with you. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, ultimately what I'm doing is because I plan everything years in advance. So the day that I get myself a record deal, I'm not gonna get Leejo a record deal. I'm gonna get Leejo Productions a record deal.
So your Leejo is your company name. So your artist name is?
My artist name is Leejo. My company name is Leejo Productions. But having a hub that has producers selling beats, videographers, photographers, when I sign that production company, it's going to become a mini label.
You know what I respect about him that he mentioned in this interview in terms of he's helping other people, in terms that he's got the platform, that he's letting other producers showcase it. Because they can be real. Coming up in the game, there got a lot of people that don't like to help you. It's hard to get someone to say, well,
It's always good to help each other.
yes.
Because I ride on your back, you ride on my back, and then we both go forward, and I pull you up, you pull me up.
Correct. With the mentality he has, he can go far because he's willing to help other people along the way. Not like, I'm just saying, not like some other people who want to kick you down the ladder and don't want to help you. That's what I'm saying. No, Leejo, no, tell us your style of singing. You know, I really just said you fuse a lot of things together.
Yeah.
Describe that style you have.
Okay. It's very hard to describe, but I would say it is somewhere between trap soul and punk / stadium rock.
You hear that, Charlie?
I like to scream
So
on
you're
my
a song-
songs.
So you're a songwriter as well.
Yeah, definitely. I
You
was
do everything. You know
songwriter
what
from a
I'm
baby.
saying?
I was songwriter from a baby.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So when you said from baby, when you first take that pen to paper, what age it was? You told what was the first?
Yo, it was
if you care to
crazy.
share.
I wrote a song about diseases plaguing like Barbados or whatever, and it was on CBC, by the way. That was the first song that I ever wrote. I was at Charles F. Broom. How old was I?
Oh, that's going real back.
Yeah, I was real young. I like
7, 9.
yeah, not so old, like 7,
7?
something like that.
I think I remember that.
No, I realized something. He falling in the same footstep as you, and I realized he's a big.
Yo, she was my prefect.
Ah,
I went to school with her twice.
Yeah, Rihanna's a nice
it
girl.
makes sense.
Yeah, she's
But every time, like when I went to Charles F. Broom, she would have been leaving when I was very young. And when I got a combo mirror, she left the year that I came in.
So
both
where are you
schools.
from? Where are you from in Barbados?
St. Peter?
Yeah, he from.
Good night to
Prague.
St. Peter.
Yeah, St. Peter.
I was from St. Michael first, but like then I moved to St. Peter.
No, Charnay relays. He from both of them schools, right? That Indiana went to. No, this man is definitely. He got his head on. What age you are, may I ask?
I don't age.
Oh. Okay. So who influenced you? Which artist influenced you?
Tory Lanez and Trippie Redd. Those are my biggest influences. I want to say Drake, but I haven't been listening to a lot of Drake recently. But Drake definitely started.
So these people inspired you also to write music, or what inspired you?
I don't know what inspires me to write music. I just started to write music, but designer actually inspired me to start rapping.
Whoa.
Yeah, Drake, Tory Lanez and Drake inspired me to start singing with my rapping. But when I heard Designer, not to be bad, man, Designer sounds amazing to me. He sounds very dope, but when I heard Designer, I was like, yo, nah, like, I can do this too. Not to say that he sounds bad, but I always thought my voice was too deep.
I was like, that when he first came up with you, I ain't like.
I literally thought my voice was too deep to be a rapper. It's only after like I started practicing singing that the range came. But at first it was just deep tones.
So did you take any classes like vocal training or anything
Nope,
like that?
I'm not spending money on that.
Oh boy.
Be mad.
If someone,
It's a good investment.
Yeah, it's true.
it definitely is, but to invest in, I started 4 businesses this year. To invest in all that, and then
No, because honestly, when I went to BCC music program, shout out to Kelly Cadogan. She was very inspirational to me because I didn't think I could do it. I didn't have any, there's nothing that was pushing me to sing back then. And when she listened to me and we did the vocal training, I did all the little works for music.
Yeah.
I actually then and there found out my range and how far I could have, taken it.
yeah, it definitely makes you a lot better. To I don't get me wrong, I practice a lot. I take my craft very seriously. I just haven't gone to official
It's
training.
about practice too.
Yeah.
You can still find some stuff online that would help you.
I definitely want
to
to go.
You'll be surprised what it does for you. Because later on now, I know how to project my voice now.
Yeah.
And I will say thank you to that. And Andre Woodvine, he was a big influence in it. Got a shout out to him. Got a shout out to all my teachers from BCC. I would say that doing the program really inspired me. At first I wasn't, but now that I'm in music so much, I can't even run from it now. Everything I do now, everywhere I turn, music is there, music is involved. Yeah. So now...
Well, I definitely hope that someone hears this and offers me some either free or discounted lessons. I would greatly appreciate that.
You are a true Bajan.
He's plugging himself into
He's making sure. Yeah.
I respect that. No, the question I have to ask you. No, what's the energy like coming in the studio? How you get yourself prepared to go on a nice, as young people say, dope beat, amazing beat?
What was the energy like? First of all, I'm not recording with anybody in the studio. Plain and simple. I can't create with anyone around me either. So like, most of the time I book the studio space only because my studio is currently in England. Trying to get that sent down now, but when I'm in Barbados, I would literally book the space. The engineer would leave because I do that myself, and it would just be me in the studio. Like,
you just take everybody out. So
yeah.
No cheerleaders or anything like that.
I don't need anything, to be honest. I am
good.
Cha.
He doesn't want any distractions. That's
okay.
He doesn't want.
Yeah. Plus, if I'm experimenting, I don't want to have to, because sometimes you have to sound bad before you can sound good.
It's true.
So I don't want people expecting me to be, because when you have an audience, they expect you to be 100 all the time. And if you're creating a song, you're gonna say a few things that don't work, sing a few things that don't work.
That's expected. It's called trial and error.
Yeah, but only musicians will get that.
I get where he's coming from. Just when you're recording, when I'm recording, I'm a rapper. So when I'm recording, I don't want nobody there because I'm going to tell you straight. I want you out the studio because I want to distract.
For me, I like feedback. I actually.
No, you get feedback after
I'm an idiot
the
in the studio. I actually go in there and dance about, drink a couple of stuff, and then.
Don't get me wrong, you will get feedback
comes out.
when you hear at least the first part of the demo. But I don't want to go in there because when I see your face, I can look in to see if you can be giving a positive vibe or a negative vibe.
Well, I need to see your face. I need to see if you feel me and if this is gonna work. But then again, it's a different genre altogether. Soca to the world.
No, I realize as well. You perform at Waikiki. Now tell us about that.
How did you get that information, by the way?
I got my sources. Instagram is be working, you know.
Oh, interesting.
Tell us about that. I say all over Instagram by certain friend.
I had dropped a song called Benz at the time, and the guy Sean that runs it, he just reached out to me and asked me. He was like, "Yo, I'm feeling the song. Would you like to come perform it?" And I was like, "Sure." I'd never performed. Well, I've never like sang or rapped in front of an audience before. So I was like, "Yo, this would be cool exposure." And they just went and they did it. There's nothing really fancy about it.
So what was the feedback from the crowd?
Yes, sure.
It was actually, I got good feedback, but there were things working against me that night. The rain was falling out. Actually, you know what? Let me start. First of all, the DJ did not even want to like chill so I could come on, man. This man was just all about his set.
Oh wow, I understand.
Yeah. And on top of that, the rain was falling. So, like, when the rain falls at Waikiki, everyone kind of goes under the bar. So, like, this guy decides to bring me on when the rain is falling.
At that time?
But, like, the people that were still there were jumping around and, like, vibing and whatnot. But, like, most of the people were in the bar or whatever. But Tory Lanez got booed off stage his first show, so I feel like that is a significant upgrade.
Okay, we're not touching that. Yeah. So
it could have been worse, you know.
What are your goals for the music industry, and what do you want to do? Like, how do you want to upgrade? What is next level?
I think I kind of touched on this. The next level for me is to really. Right now I'm focusing on building my own brand and building a fan base for myself, and then I want to translate that to my business. So basically, I'm using myself as an experiment to find the right business plan, the right formula, and when it works for myself, I ultimately want to replicate it for other people, other artists. Which is why I have the whole thing where I want the production company, I want to sign the production company as a sub-label, as opposed to just signing myself, so that when it's time for me, because I'm honestly, my mind is like the mind of a businessman. I'm not trying. Well, I appreciate that, man. But kind of like how Diddy, you know what I mean? Like, you do your music and then like it always comes back to, like, even Drake is starting to kind of die down right now. Like, when that time comes, I just want to bring someone else in and keep the business moving.
Patience. It's all about patience too.
Yeah.
No, it's true. No, you mentioned about Tory Lanez, cutting across. You mentioned about Tory Lanez getting booed off and stuff like that. My advice to you on that is that, you see, even if you got 4 audience in the crowd, still perform for them. Your fan base will grow eventually. Yeah. But then 4 can tell other people, and the other people can tell other people. Still grow from that. So don't mind, and then just 4 people standing up there, but no. You don't know, 1 in 4 people could be a big shot in the crowd. So you know what? That person's so real good.
Trust me, I was so appreciative of those people that were vibing in the crowd. Like,
it's not always about the vibing, because I realize now that not everyone would like the genre you choose in music. But that's why you need to get out there. Yeah. You need to travel the world, and you need to get with people who get with you. Yeah. So who for you, you know? Because he might get booed here or whatever happened to him, but he might go somewhere else where 6 or 7, 9,000 people are vibing him. So our small significant number doesn't matter. I find that Barbados is very, what's the word?
Small-minded?
No, that's not the word.
That's a harsh word. You know,
that's very harsh.
No, I'm just being a realist.
They're critical. They're critical. They're critical in judgment. I'm just gonna say critical. Chardonnay said critical. Yeah. They're critical when it comes to what they like. So it's not really about, you know, you can't use just Barbados as your feedback. The best thing for you to do is travel and get your feedback from outside, because then that's a bigger market, it's a wider network there. Yeah, that's where you can research and look back at your feedback.
I agree on to that certain extent, right? But
I love Bajans, by the way. So I want you all as fans.
you hear that?
Just
Yeah.
saying. Just
Start to
saying.
support.
But the majority of musicians, they always make it for outside from some reason, and then Bajan people accept them. I'm sorry. That
Yeah.
happens
No, you're gonna
a lot.
understand why I'm gonna say this. No, because it needs to start from home in terms
It
of
does.
you support your own, right? What it is, I'm gonna just say this: why is it you're gonna support the international artists and not support your own?
Because everyone is supporting the international artists, so basically it's a follow.
I'm saying is that you need to start from here. You know,
It
get
does.
get your fans and every friends and to share the thing. You see, you can go and share a top artist. You know, you can
Well,
start
that's
sharing
what
the local.
networking is. We need to try to find a way to network our artists here in Barbados, but still, we still need the feedback from outside.
And they got big up your manager, Mr. Shad. I can't remember his name.
Chad Blackman.
Right, Shad Blackman. He is doing a fantastic job. He's been networking. I'm telling you. You know, because he was supposed to have this interview in January, and he was like, Shamari, I need to get Leejo on the interview as soon as possible. So you know what? We had to pull it through and get him on. Your
Yeah,
manager
I
did a
actually
fantastic job.
pulled Chad because it was like a few months ago or whatever, and Chad was like moving in full motion, and I was like, yo, like shut down everything. I don't like my image. I don't like the music that I'm making, even though like I was getting a lot of good feedback on the music I was making. My brain was telling me, yo, like there's something more that you could be doing with your music, something different. And I was literally just waiting until I figured out what it was. And then that was the product. I recorded that song that you played like 4 days ago or 5 days ago.
Whoa.
But that was the product of like all of my months of brainstorming. Not making that song. I made that song in like a few minutes. But figuring out, I had to figure out the kind of song that I wanted to like build,